Now look, if you're using a travel agent or thinking about using a travel agent, they are not going to do everything. And I wanted to chat about some of the things that travel agents will not do in this video. Hey everybody, it's Brandon the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every weekend. And as you all know, when you go every weekend, you book a lot of cruises. And so I've learned what travel agents do and what they don't do. Now, I am a huge fan of a travel agent, but I want to make sure you understand what your travel agent is not going to do for you in this video. Now, the first thing that they're not going to do, they're not going to charge you more than what the cruise line would charge you. There is no fee to use a travel agent. The travel agent gets a commission of the cruise fare that you booked. If you book directly with the cruise line, they're just going to keep all of the commission. But when you use a travel agent, they will get the cut of your booking, a percentage of it, but they are not charging you anything extra or higher. Your travel agent is also not going to allow you to call the cruise line directly and handle something yourself. Your travel agent is your representative. They are the person that you have signed on to and said, you are going to handle everything that happens with my booking. If you try to call the cruise line to make a payment, make a change, add a person to your reservation, they're going to deny you. They're not going to speak with you because you've booked under a travel agent, and that is now your correct way of making changes. So make sure you're sending your travel agent updates and emails to make those changes, because they will not allow you to do anything directly with the cruise line. The third thing that I want to make sure everybody is crystal clear on, because there is probably a lot of people that think this and it is not true, but your travel agent does not monitor the cruise fare for reductions. In prices, that is. So they're not going to monitor your cruise to see if it has dropped in price. There is not a way that they can formulate, at least that I know of, that they can easily go through and automatically check all the bookings that they have. And a travel agent could have hundreds, if not thousands, of bookings they would manually need to check. So travel agents may be like, oh yeah, no, I check them. They may be a smaller time travel agent and able to do that, but most travel agents do not check the price to see if it has dropped. That is something you're going to need to do on your own. Should you see that the price has dropped, make sure you're sending a quick note over to your travel agent and they can quickly adjust the price lower for you. But I would not expect them to be proactive in coming to you to say when the price of your cruise has dropped. Travel agents are also not going to drop everything and work on your issue in that moment. So when we're on a cruise, when you're going on vacation and something happens that's not right, you're going to panic. You're going to have a moment of hysteria probably, and you're going to call your travel agent wanting them to do something on the spot absolutely now. They might or they might not be able to do that. So just because, again, they're your travel agent, they could be many other people's travel agents as well. If you're trying to fly somewhere and they booked your flight, you might be having some delays these days. Flying in 2023 is a pain. They can't necessarily fix those things. They can advise you of ways that you need to be showing up early, giving yourself plenty of time to get to the cruise port. There's some things that they just cannot fix, or they need to do a few more other urgent things before they get to your urgent thing. So just keep that in mind, that they can't drop everything to fix your issue. And then when they do get to fix your issue, know that they might not be able to fix it in 1 minute. You might not get them on the phone and they have a resolution in that moment. The travel agent may still need to escalate, make some phone calls, get on with somebody that's on the ship to be able to sort your issue out. So they do not solve problems within a minute. There's sometimes that they can, but often it's going to take them a moment to be able to process and figure out where they need to be going, how they need to be resolving this, and then make that come to life. Another thing you need to know is if you book a cruise with a travel agent and you didn't do your research and now you hate that travel agent and want to change your booking from one travel agent to another travel agent, you're not going to be able to do that. Now, yes, there is a process by which you can go from one travel agent. You can transfer your booking from one travel agent to another travel agent. But in reality, I have never seen the initial travel agent say that, oh yeah, sure, no, you can take that because I worked really hard to book it. I'm good not getting paid on this, because they don't get paid their commission until you actually cruise. So by them transferring that to another agent, all the work that they did, they're now not going to get paid on. So even though it is possible to transfer your reservation from one travel agent to another, you have to get that initial travel agent to sign off on losing that revenue, losing that reservation, and moving it somewhere else. And I never see that happening in actual practice. Yes, it's probably happening from time to time, but it is not something that is very common. And by the same token, I think people forget that there's an opposite side of that. If you want to change travel agents, they can also fire you as their client. They do not have to keep you as a client. They do not have to work with you. So you may have booked with a travel agent, but if you were calling them at 2 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning with petty items, things that they can't either help with, or maybe you're just badgering them or you're mean and cruel, they can drop your reservation. They do not have to stay attached to it, and they can send you back directly to the cruise line or give you the ability to be able to transfer that to somebody else. They do not have to keep you as a client and work with you. This one's probably a little bit more personal to me, but a travel agent is not going to judge you. Regardless of the type of cabin you book, from an interior all the way up to a superior or superb suite, you're also not going to be judged on the number of cruises you book. That one's really personal to me, because I may call them up and say, hey, let's do 5 cruises this month. And they're going to say, absolutely, Brandon, that's going to be a great time. They're not going to judge you for any of that. Whether you want an early dining, late dining, whatever your cruising style is, your travel agent is going to want you to have a wonderful cruise vacation and make sure that you have a lot of fun. So they're not going to judge you on any of this. Though I will say, travel agents, it might be nice, in my case at least, to be sanity checked every now and again. I make decisions on cruises I want to do and how close I put them, and sometimes I get to that actual cruise and I'm like, oh, why did I do this? Like, why am I driving up to Port Canaveral once again when I have a cruise ship literally out my front door? And so that would be nice, just to be spot checked every now and again. But at the end of the day, working with a travel agent is absolutely fantastic. I love the travel agent that I work with. They have saved me many times over. And so you can check out why I use a travel agent and how they have saved me in this next video here. All right, everybody, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser. Hoping to see you on a weekend cruise soon.